So I've made it over here to the very beautiful Puerto Pollensa today. Let's take a walk through the resort. Let's see what it's like on the run up to Easter. Now as I turn the camera around, just check out the beach over here today in Puerto Pollensa. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. We've got highs of around 16 degrees. There's a very light breeze on the water, but the beach is completely empty almost. It's so lovely to visit here at this time of year, but let's head on down off the beach and into the resort and see what's going on today. I anticipate in about a month's time we're going to see a very different sight down here. If you saw my update from the beaches over in Calvia, you'll know that the sunbeds will be going on the beaches in the middle of April. I suspect it may well be the same from over here in Puerto Pollensa and possibly Alcudia as well. So eventually we're going to start seeing these beaches filling up with holidaymakers. And it won't be very long either until we see the beach bar and the chiringuitos opening up down here. You're going to know the chiringuito over here, I think it's the La Roca. They've completely removed the service, but hopefully it'll be back here for summer 2024. So right on the edge of Puerto Pollensa here, as we're coming into the resort, I can see our first major update, and it's above the Swing restaurant. I see a whole building demolition actually going on with this pink building here. I wonder how this is going to affect the area. I wonder if they're going to have anything new put in its place either. But I'm sure we'll soon see. So as I came into Puerto Pollensa this morning, I did get my hopes up when I saw these posts on the beaches, forgetting actually that although these may well be beach umbrella posts, they're also actually serving as fences as well to keep the sand on the beach over the winter. But very soon they're going to be removing these fences here and getting the toppers put back on the beach umbrellas ready for the summer. But it has been surprisingly busy coming into Puerto Pollensa this morning actually, and we've seen quite a lot of cyclists coming down along from Alcudia Old Town, coming down towards the port. Just to let you know as well, there's some big roadworks taking place on the cycle path as well, maybe to improve that cycle path as you come on from Alcudia Old Town, but hopefully those will be finished in the next few weeks. Now I'm bringing you up to my next major update from over here in Puerto Pollensa. So just across the road here, just down from the pier, you may remember on my live stream when I came over here in February that we saw what I think was a villa which had been demolished and they're now building something in its place. You can see there's a huge building taking place here. I'm sure time will tell as to what that is going to be, but you can see it's going to be a lot bigger than the previous building that was in its place. Anyway, let's keep going. So you can see we've just come up to the Cabot Hobby Club Hotel or Apartments, and this lies right next door to this new building construction here, this construction site. Obviously this is not going to be ready, this new construction is not going to be ready for the beginning of the season. I don't know when the hobby club is going to open. I suspect many of you do have bookings over here, but I would advise checking with your travel company as well if noise is going to disturb your stay over here, although I'm pretty sure that holiday companies will let you know as well and give you the option to change hotel if you're going to have very much disturbance. But let's see. So building works and hotels seem to be a running theme over here in Mallorca, particularly at the beginning of the season. So if you feel that your holiday may be affected by building works, then I'm going to drop a link to an article which I wrote last year. It's got lots of useful information about whether your holiday does get ruined by building works as well. Fingers crossed you won't need it, and fingers crossed everything will be fine, but just in case, check out that article and see what your rights are. So we're just coming up past the Tamarels beach, or Tamarays beach on my right hand side. It's looking pretty gorgeous today, and to my left hand side we've got the Hotel Pollentia. So we're just coming up past the Hotel Pollentia. This is one of the top rated TripAdvisor hotels. It may well still be the top rated TripAdvisor hotel, But I can see they've got the cleaners in, they're doing some renovations here and getting ready for their very imminent opening. However, next door I can see a next set of building works. Now this does look like it's going to be a little bit more ready than the last building site that we've just seen. I do believe these are going to be luxury apartments too. You can see how these have come on as well, but still there's a fair bit of building noise going on here. I'm pretty sure they're going to be getting this block here ready in time for maybe May the 1st. Although who knows. Things do tend to take a little bit longer than sometimes we anticipate over here, so just bear that in mind, especially if you do have a booking over here at the Pollentia Hotel. Okay, so the drilling that we can actually hear isn't from this block of apartments just here. It's coming from the BellaMar apartments. I think they're doing something to the swimming pool area. You can see there's lots going on as well up at the balconies as well. They're doing some works too. So again, this is looking like it's getting ready for the summer. I see a door open on the Tamarell's beach bar. Hopefully that will be open soon. So we're coming up to the first bar open down here in Puerto Pollensa. We've got the Sea Baris open, which is great to see. Now on the weekend, of course, you're going to find many more bars and restaurants open. I'm filming this midweek. But it's great to see as we start to come into the port that we're starting to see a few places opening up. Way off in the distance I can see some sunbathers out this afternoon. As I have said, it's about 16 degrees. When you're out of the wind it does feel a lot warmer, but it's a little bit too breezy for me today to go to the beach. Still feels a little bit fresh, but in that sunshine it's also quite nice. And don't be fooled by the strength of the sun, because with all the sun over here as well you can quite easily still get burnt. And with that wind too, I'm seeing quite a few sailing boats going out today. It's perfect sailing weather. It's not too blustery. I've got a really nice steady breeze blowing across the water. And as many of you know as well, there's a little sailing club just along the beach here. I can see they're getting other catamarans up and ready to go out. So of course we can see the Gola restaurant open today as well. This restaurant is a big hit with cyclists. You can see we've got a lot of cyclists stopping off here for lunch. It's nice to see that it's also open midweek as well as on the weekend too. So as we come into Puerto Pollensa, we can see a few other restaurants have opened, which is great to see, and I can also see some tourist shops too. It's just heading up onto the wall here and just looking over to Stay Restaurant. It's absolutely packed on this very, very beautiful afternoon. I do believe it's a lovely restaurant for seafood. I'll have to go and check that out later on this summer. And we have just literally packs of cyclists coming down through Puerto Pollensa today. Cyclists and skaters too. I've seen a lot of roller skaters. But this is forever the #1 destination, I think, for cycling over here on the islands. And it's just not the cyclists either. I can see we've got a tour bus in as well. I don't know whether this has come over from the cruise ships. Who can say? But look, we've just had quite a few people deposited off into the port for the day. So I think we're going to be seeing lots of different businesses down here in Puerto Pollensa. I think we've got the beginnings of a brand new ice cream shop right down in front of me. Let's see. But lots of properties and lots of shops and businesses have changed hands over the winter months. And coming up to my right hand side, I can see that the Tourist Information Office is already open over here in Puerto Pollensa. So if you are coming over here for an early break, you've got plenty of information, but don't forget you can get all the best information on my channel, so don't forget to consider subscribing, because I do come up to Puerto Pollensa quite often. And of course I'm going to give you all the very best information from over here in the port. So we're just coming up by the Grand Cafe 1919. And I do believe it is market day today, so I may be a little bit late, but let's go and see if the market is still open. Let's go and see what's there. Check out all these cyclists that are over here in the port today. It really is a cycling paradise. And look, we've got a lot of restaurants have actually started to open over here too, which is fantastic to see. So we're going to be seeing a much smaller market today than you'd normally see during the summer months. I can see they're starting to pack up a little bit as well. Most of these markets over here in Mallorca do open from around 8:30 in the morning. If you want to make an early start, let's go and check it out today. So the market is very, very small today in March. We're going to expect this whole area to be absolutely ram-packed with stalls as we go on into the summer. Don't be put off by what you're seeing. And also I have got here right at the very end of it, so obviously everyone's very keen to pack up and leave. But check out some of my previous videos which are filmed from over here as well to see what it's like. And I'll drop a link to one of those in the description text below this video. So of course we've got a few restaurants open around the square too. Of course the Indian is always open, but right next door I can see Maraki, which is a tapas restaurant too, and that's open as well already in March. But one bar I know that you are all in a lot of anticipation in seeing open is Bonnie's Bar. It's not open just yet, but very soon we're going to see chairs filling this area in the square as well. We're going to see it packed with visitors, and what a great atmosphere you can enjoy over here at Bonnie's. Loving the little bit of tourist information as well that they've got up here on the side of Bonnie's too. Don't forget you've got the market up in Pollenca Old Town, and also as well it shows whereabouts you can get the buses and the taxis from too. And this is probably the best thing about Bonnie's, because I have had to use their service in the past, but they allow you to come in and use the loos as well for free as well, which is really, really good. And don't forget as well, inside the bar there's always happy hour prices. So a great atmosphere from over here in Bonnie's, and this will be your view as you come on into the summer too. Okay, so let's head on back down towards the Pine Walk. So we're just coming down to what is the hub of nightlife over here in Puerto Pollensa. I'm outside Centric. I can see O'Hara's Irish Pub to my left hand side. This is opening on the 15th of March at 6 p.m. All ready for the St Patrick's Day weekend, which is quite exciting. To my other side as well, we've got Thelia's Bar, as well as Arux, and also the very popular Tacoon too. And looking over at Tacoon as well, it looks like it's been extended from not just this side, but I think we're going to be seeing a much bigger bar over here too. So we're coming back up to the hotel diner, and right across the way here we've got the Lemon Lounge, where we've got the hotel diner swimming pool here, but as you may well know, during the summer months they have the lemon lounge and they have music in the evenings as well, and it is open for everyone to come in to enjoy. The pool is obviously only open to hotel guests, but you can see they're very busy with works going on around this poolside, getting it ready for summer 2024. Got a lot of restaurants open here down in Puerto Pollensa. I'm actually amazed that the hotels have taken so long to open, and many of them aren't actually opening until April. We'll take a look as we go up the Pine Walk here regarding the open dates. But you can see many of these restaurants are trying to open up early. Just coming up towards one of the old historical hotels over here in Puerto Pollensa, outside the Miramar. Of course, this is surrounded by restaurants too. And we do have an open date here of the 1st of April 2024. It won't be open for Easter Sunday, but it will be open the next day. See, the Dakota restaurant is open today. They're doing menus for €16.50. And that really is the section of the port which is largely open today, because we've now entered an area actually where a lot of the restaurants haven't opened. And of course we're coming up to the Cispins Hotel. Got a little hidden shop though that's managed to open. But we're also seeing an open date of the Cispins on the 1st of April too. Just to my left hand side as well, look, if you are coming over here for an early holiday in Puerto Pollensa, I can see they've got beach umbrellas and lilos, buckets and spades, beach balls, everything that you could possibly need for the beach too. So that's really good to know if you're coming over here. So the beach umbrellas are just under €10. The inflatables are around €17, and the bucket and spade sets are about €10 too. So just coming back onto the Pine Walk here, we can see the Cobb Mary restaurant has opened already for the season. But what is even better is that I can see my very first ice cream shop open down here in Puerto Pollensa. It is the Café Del Mar. This is where I'll be coming after I've made the video, and one ball of ice cream is €2.80. Okay, so just looking over at the BellaMar restaurant, you're going to know that right in front of the restaurant here, we normally have tables and chairs, have a lot of customers sitting out and enjoying the rather wonderful views over here in Puerto Pollensa. But it turns out that they are still waiting for permission for 2024 from the Costas Authority, who are the people that basically run the coastlines over here in Mallorca, whether they can still have permission to have tables and chairs just on the sand over here. So fingers crossed we're going to see those tables and chairs back, and we'll find out more in April. Okay, let's keep heading on down the Pine Walk today. And my goodness me, the views down here, just absolutely spectacular. Just check out the colour of the water that we have over here in Puerto Pollensa Bay. I have to say I'm not using any kind of filters on my videos. This video has not been digitally altered in any way. This is exactly how I have recorded it. As I've said, we're in the middle of March, and the views that we're getting down here are just incredible. And my goodness, check out this over Puerto Pollensa Bay. Now normally we see water planes, we see the fire planes coming out over the bay, but today I think we've got some Harrier jump jets or some kind of fighter plane. And I've just come up past the BellaMar pizza restaurant as well. That is open too. Great place actually to come and grab a takeaway pizza and just sit by the water too. I could just sit here all day listening to the waves lapping on the shore over here on the Pine Walk. It's absolutely gorgeous, and there's so many people over here just enjoying a walk along the Pine Walk today too. And we have still got some renovations taking place over here on the Pine Walk. I seem to remember they had started during the month of February, still haven't been finished. Hopefully they'll be done by April. Now this is a sorry sight on the Pine Walk today. It looks like one of the very famous pines here has got blown over in the storm. I can't imagine when that storm took place actually, because we've had very few storms this winter, but it probably happened at some point during February and March. But how sad, hey? They're going to have to come down and get this completely removed before the season starts. You can get around it, but what a shame. These pine trees are really historical down here, and of course they create the landscape over here on the Pine Walk too, so when you do lose one, it is very noticeable. But this must have been some storm to have blown this tree over. Check it out, roots and all completely gone. And had this tree also not fallen into the sea, had it fallen the other way, well, it could have caused quite a lot of damage to the surrounding buildings, but thankfully it didn't. And we're coming up towards the Illador Hotel here. Now, is this open? I can see some people sitting out on some seating. Is the restaurant open at the very least? Let's go and have a look. And the restaurant is open. I can see two very cold beers being brought out to waiting customers. And I can see some people considering whether to stay and eat today. Look at this. The season has started over here at the Illador. It's rather lovely to see. So the Illador is a 4-star superior hotel. I've got the seating sunbathing area here with the restaurant as well right in front of me. What an absolutely gorgeous iconic spot over here in Puerto Pollensa. And rumour has it as well that the author Agatha Christie also resided here back in the 1930s. So it's quite busy for this time of year over here in Puerto Pollensa, not only with the cyclists but also with some hikers and also other tour groups too, which I can see behind me. I seem to have a bit of an audience down here, but as we can see though, everything else is really on the go down here in the port. We may have a tree down on the Pine Walk, but there are plenty of shops and restaurants already open, with lots of more shops and restaurants ready to open in April, along with the rest of the hotels too. Okay everyone, don't forget I'm going to be going live down here in Puerto Pollensa very soon, so make sure you catch that video. I'm going to pop another video on YouTube which you'll see appearing just here too, to help you with your holiday. And in the meantime, don't forget you can find me on the new Facebook page, on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. More information on the website on mallorcaunderthesun.com, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.